Okay, again with this. I reviewed the video of basically the previous section and with the paintings, and I can see one gigantic problem with what I was trying to do there. I'm assuming that each group of lettering that paintings have actually are chosen. Each group are chosen in the order that the game presents the options to us too. And there's really no reason why that needs to be the case. So what I'm going to do is trying to get back there, dedicate like say 15 minutes to try to solve it. That will be the end of it. If I can't, I'll just abandon it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not this. What the hell is it? Ah, shit. Probably should have come to the other side. Either way. I'm going to try to use a different kind of attack this time with paintings. I'm going to divide them into two groups. Things that they could, well, actually two different type of tactics. Divide them into groups for a couple of bases. First, I want all their names. I mean the English names. So basically, can we make it say something? Two, we divide them by themes, something that they could have to do with the main painting, and something that certainly have nothing to do with the painting. So I'm hoping through those means we can narrow them down to a handful of things. Let's say they're about 12, so 8 or 9 at most. Hopefully fewer, because if we have about that much things, the fewer the better. Naturally, we can just sort of cycle through the options, see what we can come up with. I am assuming we don't have to pick the same option multiple times, so there's everything only has to be picked once at most. Might as well let Squall do the killing here. "12 options. I never would have imagined that sleep would affect undead. Monsters can be heard roaring far away. This is basically a timer that triggers, and when we have to reach the whatever weapon it is. I'm not quite sure where he appears. Doesn't matter. Nothing to do with us. Okay. Well, no. We're not going to do this. Intervigilant. More importantly, sleep. And I'm putting that in the could possibly be related by theme category. Just refreshing my mind. It sort of looks to me like light peeking on top of the mountain range, clouds, water, ruins, maybe a dragon near attached to the mountain, some kind of monster anyway. Okay. Ignis. Fire. I don't see any connection to what I'm seeing there. Light, dawn, that sort of thing. So I suppose it could go to fire, but I don't. I'm trying to limit things. I mean, to get some kind of as small of a group as possible, so it comes a reasonable small group, we can just cycle through them and hope to get the correct mix. The options increase quite radically if the numbers increase, so we do want to narrow it down. Flood. I don't see the connection. There's no flooding in the painting, but there is some water in the foreground. But it's a stretch. Sleep, fire, flood. They're all sort of a stretch. None of these really work for me, but we can't really do that. So in a sense, there's nothing directly related to sleep either, but at the same time, I don't know what it would be. Outside of a guy sleeping, yeah, it's a problem. Eudesium. Judgment. I'm hoping that maybe... don't see Judgment either, but... well, Watchman certainly not, at least the picture has nothing to do with it, but at the same time it might have a connection through the other means. The actual word, our name, Watchman. Watchman, rather. But no theme connection, in my opinion. It's not to say it won't connect. But really the... paintings beginning with I'm very hard for me to say if it's connected or not. It sort of could be. There's definitely, I can see any direct connection, but it sort of could be. A lot of them could be. That's probably the one that provides with the most options. Or at least they're the hardest to rule out. Watchman... at the same time, considering we're looking for Guardians of the Seal, Watchmen could be connected through the name. Garden. I don't see any connection. It sort of looks like, well, it doesn't even look like really a garden in the picture, and I don't see how garden could be related, although we're from Garden. So sleep, fire, flood, judgment, watchman. Watchman sleeps. Something like that. Sleeping watchman. So in a way they could be ones we're looking for. Messenger. Again, I don't see a connection in the picture, but Messenger, on the other hand, similar to the Watchman. Certainly, if there's a connection in the name, and I have to assume that that's a strong possibility because it really asks for the name of the painting. So it stands to reason that the name is the thing that is important, not the picture. Venus. I don't see any connection, not from the name, not from the picture, so definitely a strong no on that one. Yeah, I just can't see this either. Swordfish. Red clothes. Do not see a connection in either way. Come on, I know there's a picture there. Cowardice. I don't see connection. The name could certainly have something, but Zestis, don't see a connection. There's sort of the feel a little bit of trees and sort of structures could be connected. So in the picture there's minor similarities, but tree-lined road, I don't see anything in the game. So there we have it. Pretty much in the first group, the Sleep, Fire, Flood, Judgment, a lot of them could be sort of gotten into that, so I don't know. At the same time, I don't see a flood there. I don't see a fire there. There's a light, certainly. Judgment... yeah, but the problem is I don't see Sleep, Fire, Flood or Judgment there, but at the same time it's hard to rule them out, because you could sort of make the argument. Just because there's water there doesn't mean it's a flood, because there's some kind of creature there certainly. So Judgment, Fire, Sleep, because it's a dragon? Still very uncertain about all of those. However, Watchmen and Messenger sort of pop out in the next group because they refer to thingies. Love, Garden. not really, no. I'm not seeing garden there. Swordfish, no. Red clothes, no. Cowardice could be. Beeline the road, no. Still. That more or less leaves sort of 7 options that it could. Sleep, Fire, Blood, Judgment, Watchman, Messenger, Cowardice. Sleep, Messenger, Cowardice, Sleep, Watchman, Cowardice, Sleep, Messenger, Fire, Sleep, Messenger, Blood, Sleep, Messenger, Judgment, Sleep, Watchman, Judgment. Watchman, Sleep, Judgment, Judgment, Watchman, Sleep, Cowardice, Messenger. No, I'd have to say Sleep, Judgment, and then the Messenger or Watchman could form some kind of a message. I don't see how Flood or Fire are gonna... Basically, because we're trying to bring out a hidden guardian. So Sleep, it's hidden, Judgment or Messenger or Watchman. And then Judgment. So that would make 4, but still 7 if we don't use that. It's a reasonable amount. With 4 options, it would be very quickly to try out all the options. I'll start with those. We'll keep the Fire, Flood, and Cowardice as expanded options. So if we try out the 4 core ones and don't, if that doesn't trigger anything, we'll expand to to include Fire, Flood, and Cowardice. If that doesn't produce anything, I'm just gonna pack my bags and get out of here. Because if something doesn't come out of that, I don't know. I don't get the logic. I don't get the logic at that point. So we basically have Intervigilum. What the fuck is that? Eudicium. I just written that wrong. That's what I thought. Viator and Vigil. So, where are they? Eudicium, Intervigilum, Vigil, and Viator. So, Hmm. What was I doing? Shit. Hmm. It's I'm sort of not sure the best options or not, and that's a big problem. Not gonna do us much good if we start to skip options. Ah, shit. I wish they were marked here by their actual names. Hmm. I just don't recall, did I skip something or not? Shit. By the way. Yeah, I probably did, in fact. I didn't think... I just picked the goddamn options, not actually mix their places. Huh. Well, either way. I don't recall what I picked there or not, but it hardly matters. Yeah, I might have skipped something, but I don't want to keep doing this. So I'm bailing on this one. It's just too much trouble to be bothered with. Ooh. It's a weaker version of. Doesn't have the levels necessary to pose a big threat. Okay, but we still need to come back here to ring the bell at some point. And we should be able to, even if we don't get the paintings one, we should be able to get 2 others. So we'll get everything but the Guardian Force, I guess. Hmm. I don't recall where I have where I need to go. Like at all. Ah, shit. I think we need to go forward. Basically where the fountain was, move forward from there. We do have another option. There was some kind of elevator system, I think, on the left side. It's probably one of those that required the groups to work together. One to basically use the elevator and one to travel on it. Draw command is the one thing we don't really need, besides the Guardian Force command. Yeah, it's nice to have it, but we really want to focus on killing things instead of just storing our abilities. So we could never find two of these and it would be just fine. This was the one with the elevator thing. Yeah. Sort of looks we need to find a way to the balcony on the right side. Have a group ready here, and this will go up, and we can get passage to the left. But we need to find out where the... We can wait here. It's not that big of a deal. I'm sure even these guys would be able to handle a single enemy. Well, depends on which one we're gonna face. Mega Elixir. Which brings... ooh, ability unlock. Yeah, we would have to... oh shit. How do you get to the font? Probably drop down, continue forward. I'm sort of interested to seeing how well these guys do. Sail should be good. Not exactly great, but he'll do. They're good enough to face this caliber of an enemy. But with these guys, if we have to do this in later stages, encounter none is always an option. You knew it's going to fail, so why did you face plant again? Don't recall seeing these. No, their one boss fight used them as ammunition. Raldo. Okay. Could this be one of the things that opens up when you ring the bell? Don't think so. still it's a possibility, certainly. What's this? I think this is where it spawns. Right there. Do re mi fa. Yeah, ear raping. Shit. That has to be the armory key. Well, it's not here, is it? Oh, it went to the sewer. Okay, that actually... there was a switch in the... where the armory door was. And there was water running through a canal there. So I think we just need to go there. We can get the key. I just don't recall where that is. I don't see how it's related to the other place either. How do you get to the top of it so you can use your other group's counterweight? Why am I fighting you? This party, whether it gets experience or not, it doesn't matter in the slightest. So this is just a waste of time. This is an entire new building if we go forward, so I don't want to go there. I need to know where the hell is the counterweights room. I have to go up there, then go left. But in order to do that, I'd need the other party here anyway. So I'm not sure how that would work. I know it's not here, the armory. Ah. Yeah, we would need to stay up here somehow. How the hell is that gonna happen? What's treasury? Okay, we need counter none, please no. Delphi could really use those level ups. And this current group needs to find out how to access the other counterweight there. Or rather act as counterweight for the other party. So all the fat people have to be there in that group. So it's clearly not this one. These have seen more action, so it makes sense that they would be in better shape. I suppose it could work if we go there. I mean, if that's where the passage is. Certainly a possibility. This is painting room, and beyond that would be the army. Now there's the passage to the left from here, so this is probably it. Yes, this. I use this. Active key. Raise my wrath for seeking thy sealed power. Let's reface these. Oh, it was just a face or just a hand. I guess this is. Oh, well. I guess we don't have to fight it then. Although, I'm not quite sure how this works. Clearly, it's not an instant death ability. Yeah. There's some kind of a blurring effect that's basically the software renderer does not like at all. But it just, Jesus Christ, it just freezes the entire game when it does that. Can't use me. This isn't much of a boss. Maybe we should unlock the Guardian Forces. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that's more like it. Because we can't use any of their abilities outside of battle either if we don't unlock them. Evil Eye. Well, that's sort of annoying. If we use Meltdown first, it doesn't do all that much damage without the defense reduction. Impressive visuals or not, it's still not gonna do all that much damage. No, it was fairly weak. I sort of had higher expectations of it since it was a later stage feature. I do know there's a power scale, but I'm not sure how steep it is. Well, I unlocked the Guardian Force, I think. We don't really use drop. Save is a luxury, and but it would be nice to be able to use the abilities outside of battle situations. I wanted the card notification because Monk's Code, yeah, 100 mega elixirs. Yes, please. 100 light weights, 100 dead spirits. I don't particularly care what you refine into, just refine into something. So 100 mega elixirs. We can basically use it probably in every fight on every turn until the end of this game and it won't run out. But that said, we probably want to sort them and things a little bit. I don't want to use potions. What? Rearrange manually. Why is it a different option? Will restores abnormal status and points. Will restores hit points. Mega Phoenix. Remedy. That's pretty much it. Is that it? Ooh, never seen these before. So a combination of some kind of gigantic bear and huge insect. Deathclaw. Problem here now is that we're here with the wrong group. Yeah. Fat ones need to come up here. And save. Yep. Okay, at least now we know. How does this work, really? So we need to get to the other side, but... Oh. If I go out of the elevator, it'll just rise up, and then what? Yeah, I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to work. But that will happen no matter if we're just here alone. So... I don't quite get it. Maybe you can't be here already. But you have to be, otherwise it makes no sense. I don't get this. Oh shit. Do we die? Run, 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 run. Ooh. Who gets to run first? Don't we have tents? Tents can't be used here. Right. Well, we can use Kuraga, no problem, it's not junction to anything. Okay. Maybe there was sort of a mess up, because we both used the same spot to sort of switch up. Actually, I think I was sort of correct. I mean, this is the fat party, because it has 2 males. The other party has 2 females, so It's I think there's nothing really wrong with what I was doing. It's just we had the lighter party try to beat the weight. So I think the basic plan is just solid. It's just yeah, in general males will be slightly heavier than females. And now looking at these women, I assume we don't see any exceptions in them. They're skinny as shit, no muscles anywhere. So, at least in theory this should work. After this, I think we should try to go for the ultimate weapon. Yes. Not sure what we would unlock. Probably ignore the saving option. It might lead to a little bit of a creep, but at the same time, if we can take out the... It's not... What do we need to do to get to the ultimate weapon? We basically need to get someone very close to the place, this battle group, and then another group to ring the bells. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, but... Another key, Floodgate. Okay. I don't know where this is. Blood. It's either... It's actually probably where the armor is, isn't it? Or there was a small passageway next to the... No, I would assume the armory, because we need to open the floodgate to let the water out so we can get access to somewhere else. That would be my immediate thinking of that. I don't mind fighting, but those guys are annoying to fight against. Just too resistant to physical damage. Again, we are also reaching a point where Selphie isn't gonna get more out of these. I mean more levels. I really wish she would be at level 100 at this point. It wouldn't be a bad idea to take the save either, though it could save us a lot of trouble. Is it save or draw at this point? Definitely save. But both are convenience things. We don't need to draw in any way. So save would save really save a lot of time. There's always a chance we'll fail against opponents of this level. Especially against the ultimate enemy, but I'm gonna open this. Now, where does the floodgate key go? Yes, we can. So, we're gonna drain water out of somewhere. And think of two places. Both will be more or less in the same direction, so we need to head toward the fountain. It's no good version. So, two paths each ways. One would be one would be go forward and up. Yeah, this is open now. Sort of. Sort of not. Still half closed. So the other option. Yeah, we followed some kind of ladders down when we first dropped the key. Could we get somewhere there then? Not really seeing anything. Yeah, there's no water here, sure, but not helping us in any way. So what the fuck? What's this? What the Is the fountain empty? this just seems to go into against a new area. So I'm not sure we want to stick our nose there. Water in the fountain. But so what? That could have possibly revealed that another key in there. So I don't know. I think we were gonna try to defeat the Ultima Weapon. Not gonna be Ultima Weapon though. Ultima Weapon is already been defeated. Still, we definitely are missing one of the protectors. The quickest way to do this is probably just to leave. Okay. This can go badly, like really, really badly. But who cares? No, this group needs to go very close to where the blasted thing's gonna spawn. I still fight. Well, fuck, I'm not gonna fight even with this group. I don't think the magic is gonna help us anyway against it. Because we simply casting 3 times anything against it. It's just like pissing in the wind. It won't make enough of a difference. At maximum you could do something like 30,000 points of damage. That's nothing. That's nothing if you want to do about 1,000,000 points of damage. So have about a minute to reach it. So we should be able to do the basic things. We don't need to heal these guys. What we need to do is heal the other team though. A couple of Kuragas or Mega Elixir, probably Mega Elixir, it's the easier way, and then just run. Okay, ring the bell. I'm basically going to try to use, at least immediately, the Selphie's instant game over ability. Yeah, please don't look at the fucking clock, just let me switch the part. Yeah. What a waste of time. If we can't get the instant death ability, we're gonna lose this badly. Well, it's not gonna die from this. This is just well, it's gonna. Oh, Jesus Christ. Software rendering not good for graphical chicory. Excalibur. 1500 damage, yeah, that's nothing. Wait, does anyone else have aura? No. Shit. Yeah, this was a fucked up attempt no matter what. Omega weapon. Selfie needs to go into defense mode. Yeah, that's nothing. Not even 100,000 points of damage. Four consecutive Lionhearts might take him down. No, I don't think they would. So the plan is to use Selfie and to end it, but we might as well do this because we might very well not succeed. What pathetic attacks. Yeah, I think we would have needed a higher level on her. Fuck. There's no chance in hell. It's not exactly a likely thing to work. Still, we might want to give it additional tries as much as possible. It can happen at any time. There's probably the chance of it appearing there is very small. We would because we are not at level 100. I'm not sure even if it's going to pop up at all or not. That's the problem. without those Lionhearts, we have jack shit. Probably we have a lot. Need to defend yourself. Yeah, I suppose they can. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get the option no matter how much we do this. Selfie just doesn't have that level. Maybe she does. I don't know. But uh, yeah, I'll end it here.